Welcome back to Yard Dog Digest. Today we're here at our assembly plant in Hagerstown, Indiana, and I'm in our dyno right now. The dyno is one of the last steps in the process, what part of our quality process that makes sure the truck that you spec'd out and we built delivers to meet your expectations and specifications. So what is a dyno? Well, if you ask my 7-year-old Ben, it's a prehistoric lizard-looking thing, but that's not what we're here to talk about today. So to learn more, we're going to bring in an expert to educate us. We're here now with Stefan Latahan, who's our operations manager. So first, Stefan, important question. Dyno is short for something. What is that and how do you pronounce it?
So dyno is short for dynamometer. So what it does is it's a final step in our process where we basically load the truck down, put it on the dyno rollers, ensure it meets the specifications, horsepower, top speed, and meets whatever the customer is asking and spec'd out on the truck.
Okay, so what all is in here? How does this process work?
So it's a two-step process within the area that we're in right now. Firstly, we put the truck on the dyno. That goes through 6-7 quality checks, steps that the operators as well as the machinery gets involved in. Then we move over to the brake tester. So we'll talk a little about that as well, but basically make sure it's a safe operating vehicle before it leaves out the door to the customer.
So Stefan, you motioned towards these rollers over here. Is that part of the brake test?
That's correct, yeah. So we've got these rollers that do individual brake test on the front and rear axles. So they measure rolling resistance and brake force to make sure we provide a quality, safe truck out to the customer.
Okay, cool. And what's this little office over here? Is this the command center?
Yeah, so this is where we'll kick off the process. So as I mentioned, a couple steps in the process. We'll start off with our proprietary Mustang dyno software, where we'll load the truck based on the specifications required, make sure it meets those specs. Once that's been confirmed, we got the 1/1 validation based on the requirements. We'll move it up, basically hook it up to our next piece of link software that runs the brake test, do the same checks, performance checks, make sure it's good, and it leaves out the door.
Okay, and what kind of specifications are we looking for?
So we're looking at top speed, horsepower, torque on the dyno, and then, like I mentioned on the brake test, we're looking at rolling resistance and brake force for all 4 wheels.
Okay, and this TV monitor up here, what kind of information's up there? Is that just to play games and stuff like that, or is this part of the process?
Games is half the day, but the actual process, that is basically going to give out the readings to the operators so they know where we're lacking so they can better troubleshoot and repair if something is missing or not up to standard.
All right, that's good to know. So can you show us around? What else is in here?
Yeah, sure thing. So we can start off with the rollers. So back here, you can see the truck is basically propped up on the rollers. We chain it down. That allows us to test the torque, horsepower, and top speed of the vehicle in a safe stationary position in a controlled environment, make sure it's all up to spec.
Okay, and what kind of speeds do you get up to in here?
So with this dynamometer, we're able to get it up to 65 miles an hour, but we bring it down all the way to 15 miles an hour with the terminal tractors. Allows us a big range and some flexibility on which trucks we run through, yeah.
Okay, and there's an additional roller back there. What is that for, a different configuration?
That's correct, yeah. So we do offer the tandem vehicles. This will allow us to run both the rear axles on a single run. Again, allowing us to test all the axles and wheels, making sure that everything's up to speed.
So there you have it. Not every OEM will have a dyno. Some might spot check, some might use software modeling. At Autocar, it's important to deliver on our always up promise, and running the truck through the dyno helps us make sure that we can deliver trucks with absolute confidence. So Stefan, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Next video we'll have is on fuel filtration. And please make sure you send in any suggestions you might have, and don't forget to like and subscribe.